All right, we've got Sanjeev Agarwal, who's the Chief Executive Officer for Special Projects at the Gitanjali Group, joining us on the show now. Sanjeev, to begin with, your company recently acquired 5 Italian brands. How soon can we expect the next acquisition, and around what size and geographies are you really looking at?
On specifics, I will not be able to comment, but as an organization which is looking at growth and expansion, we keep evaluating new proposals coming from various markets domestically and internationally, and based on the evaluation, take a step forward.
Right, and also Sanjeev, Akshaya Tritiya just around the corner. In fact, really for a company like yours, it's a big sales event. What's the sort of revenue or volume boost that you are expecting to generate this week on account of this festival?
Akshaya Tritiya, like you rightly said, is a very important date for the jewelry trade across India. It is one of the most important gold and jewelry buying day. Approximately about 8 to 10% of the gold consumed in India is bought during the Akshaya Tritiya period. We were expecting a growth of at least about 40% over the last year. What we've seen differently this time is that buyers have been buying in advance over the last 3-4 years and 3-4 days, and not waiting for the Akshaya Tritiya date itself. So they've been booking in advance for that final date. And the response has been very, very encouraging across all our brands and across all our formats.
Mr. Agarwal, apart from the promoter steadily buying shares over the March to April quarter, FIIs as well have been pumping in their stake. What is the objective here?
Again, on this particular matter, I will not be able to comment because it's outside my purview.
Right, now you are also restructuring the business and looking to redevelop property that you have in Panvel and Borivali here in Mumbai. Can you give us an update on that?
As an organization growing at a very fast pace over the last 3 to 5 years, and growth projections which are also very aggressive but achievable, we do evaluate our land base and other assets and see how we can optimally utilize that for our businesses. And in that direction, we're looking at how to optimize all our assets. We're also looking at growth in the retail sector, in luxury retail, in multi-brand outlets, in own stores and EBOs across many of our brands in the domestic market.
Right. Mr. Agarwal, you also have plans to enter the branded apparel segment. What exactly will you be doing, both retailing and manufacturing, and how much of revenue are you expecting to rake up?
On the apparel, we are already in this business since the last 2 years. We have Maya stores across the country, Maya from Gitanjali, which is a multi-brand outlet where we stock our own jewelry, we stock apparels, we stock other such items such as watches and leatherware, etc. And the growth would be in the same direction, where we are adding more Maya stores across the country, and within that we would have more apparel brands coming in.
Right, and also Sanjeev, given the fact that gold demand is expected to pick up over the course of this 1 week, for a viewer really who's watching the show, what should he expect as far as the direction in which gold prices are headed?
The principles behind which the gold prices have been going up by leaps and bounds over the last 3 years does not change. If the customer had bought gold in any form of jewelry or coins or bars 3 years back, the price of that has doubled. And going forward, at least in the short to medium term, the demand-led growth of prices will not be changing, is what the expectations are. What is leading to this demand is consumers across India, across China, and also over the last 2-3 years, consumers across US and Europe have been buying gold as a form of investment. And that has upsetted the demand supply, or increased the demand vis-a-vis supply. Supply from the mines have been limited, and because of this, the price has been moving upwards. Also, what has changed over the last 2 years is that traditionally the reserve banks of various countries have been selling their gold reserves. So between 200 to 400 tons of gold would come into the market every year, where reserve banks of the largely developed countries would sell their gold. Over the last 2 years, there are countries like India, like China, like Russia, and so many others who have actually been buying and adding gold to their reserves, which means that much supply has diminished from the market. Mines production has not changed, and obviously demand-led pricing changes have taken place. Going forward, again, expectations are that price will continue to be firm as we go along.
And Sanjeev, also give us a sense of the sort of revenue that you are expecting to pull in during this 1 week of the Akshaya Tritiya festival.
Revenue, like I said, would be a 40% increase over the same period last year.
And also, Sanjeev, lastly, before you leave us,
numbers, once we,
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, so once the numbers actually come in, then we'll give you a feedback on this specific issue.
And lastly, if you could just give us some top line and bottom line guidance for the upcoming quarter.
Unfortunately, again, I will not be able to speak on this because we are in a period where we cannot divulge any information at this point of time. And at the appropriate period, the numbers would be in public domain.
Okay, Mr. Agarwal, thanks for taking time out and joining it today. That's the perspective coming in from Gitanjali Group. Canara Bank has reacted negatively to its number.